to our 6th episode. Hi, fiber friends. It's great to be back to see everybody. I have been so busy. What a crazy month it's been. But first off, I want to talk about we have something great to celebrate. My goal was to get 100 subscribers to this channel, and we are over halfway there. We're up to 54 subscribers this month, so yay! Thanks, fiber friends. So I'm really excited about that. So, what have I been doing these last few? Actually, it's been probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I podcasted. What have I been up to? Well, it's Shark Week, because I'm filming this, I think, on a Tuesday of Shark Week. So I happen to really like Shark Week. I've liked it ever since I was little, and I always DVR at least some of it so I can watch it. And my little boy likes it, and we have a great time with it. So this year I thought, wouldn't it be fun to dye some fun Sharky Sock yarn? So I was like, this way, you could knit up some I could watch some Shark Week, knit some socks, and then in the winter when it's all dreary and cold, I can remember summer because I have my Sharky socks. So let me show you how it came out. So I did a small batch because it's just going to be for a limited time. Let me look at I'm now having to keep my yarn in my bag here so that the kitty cat doesn't mess with it while I'm filming. I'll just get out a couple of these. So I'll get out a couple of these because they're all a little bit different because I do a small batch, even though they were done in the same pot. So let's see if you can see how pretty it came out. So this is a summery Sharky sock yarn. And so there's blues and grays and whites, and there's a teeny bit of a splash of color of red because it could have been a shark attack. Who knows? But I kind of like, especially when I'm doing neutral kind of cool colors like blues and grays and whites, to add a little pop of color. So I thought red would be a little fun. So I put those there. Look at all that pretty yarn. Oh, so I'll put that right there. So that's in the shop if you are interested. Next up, I know I've been talking about doing some fall colors. So I got my fall colors started. And I did my first dye. I did worsted weight yarn, so I wanted to show those. So my first one, I kind of had in my mind a kind of a leaves turning color. So this one is called Summer Remnant, and it is a beautiful green color with brown and gold speckles in it. It is gorgeous. I'm in love with that one. Then next, I did this one, which this one has it's a neutrals, it has browns and golds, and it's just a really pretty brown, and I named it White Corn. Of course, when I was scanning it up, I thought it also reminded me of chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. So if you like that better than white corn, I might consider changing the name because it reminded me exactly of that. Next, I did this one color. So my husband is a big Virginia Tech fan. So I made this for him because I thought I could make him a really nice hat for the fall and winter. So this is kind of it's maroon, but I speckled it with golds and browns. So it has the most beautiful rich colors. To remind me of the color that the leaves change in Blacksburg, where Virginia Tech is. So if I have any Hokie fans, this was made for you guys. And then finally, there's this tree a couple of streets over that I love seeing every fall because it has the most golden color. And I tried to get that color. And so this is a gold, kind of a honey colored with brown and darker gold speckles. Oh, it came out so pretty. And I was thinking these two would make the most beautiful color work together, and then these two. Now they all coordinate, so if you wanted to make a really beautiful fall shawl, this would also do great. This will be worsted weight, but it was so pretty and soft. Now this is superwash, so it will be nice and washable if you want to make hats with it. I was thinking in my mind that this would be great for loom knitters because it's worsted weight and you can make beautiful hats with it. So let me put all of the yarns back in the bag so that while I'm filming I don't have the kitten messing with all of the yarns. I'm really in love with Sharky. I usually don't do more of the pastel-y colors, but I thought, for summer, to remind me of summer, it would be really nice to have a lot of, white. And then I love the way the extra dark blue shows up. So, and then my yellow, let me put my yellow back in. It looks like my yellow came a little bit unskeined. That was my practice skein, so I will reskein that later. So but that is some of my start of my summer and fall colors. So I'm really excited with how they turned out. I'm going to do some different bases for some more fall colors, and I've also was thinking, because in the winter especially, I really enjoy doing color work and having a really rich, solid color, and I would like to have not just a plain, okay, this is red. I'd like it to be just kind of a rich and interesting red, but still be good enough for color work, not too busy. So I decided to probably do a series of colors that I'd love to do color work with. So I think that's one of the things I'm going to do next in the shop. What next? Oh, if you've had a chance to look at the shop, you've seen that I have reordered it. And the reason that I reordered it was I've never really done a shop before online. And so when I was setting it up, I just kind of added them all. I said, okay, well, sock yarn is one product, and I just added it on, and then it kind of had a drop-down menu where you could see the colors. And I thought about it, and I looked at it, and I said, this is not how I like to shop. I like to shop on, for example, if I'm on Amazon, I like to scroll through all the pictures. And the way this is, unless I go and make the extra step to click on the drop-down menu, I don't get to see all the pictures. So I did a complete redo of the shop where I listed every yarn individually. So that way you can just scroll down and see all of the new yarns. And I really like that because, one, now if I sell out of a yarn and I don't have that base, I can mark sold out on that specific color and I won't have to do it on the whole product line. So I think that's gonna do a lot better. Also, so if you go on my website, you'll see that there's the main page, and then there's the blog tab and the shop tab. Well, that's just because the way that where I do my website, that's how they manage the blog and send out the blog things. But what I was able to do was I was able to put a section on my main page that shows my most current written blog and my most current YouTube blog. Because I kind of wanted it to be one-stop shopping, so you only had to go to RocketCity.com and see my YouTube podcast, my latest one, my latest blog, right there in the front, kind of what my company's all about, and then pictures and things, and then some featured newer products down in the bottom. So that's kind of how I reordered it. So check out the new design. I think you're really going to like it. It shops a lot better. It's more friendly. And I really think that it's going to work great. So what else? Oh, so I'm also doing some fun custom stitch markers. So I did Halloween in May and Christmas in July. And then I also did some little periodic table elements just for fun, just assorted ones. And what I'm going to do is, for gifts for Christmas and things, if you would like a custom stitch marker in a certain design, now these are hand drawn by me, and they have to be a certain, size. It can't be too elaborate in order to look really nice on the marker, but these are hand drawn. So send me a message and say, hey, I'd like stitch markers with my name on it, or stitch markers with my initials, or stitch markers with this picture on it. Can you make this? and I will see what I can do, and hopefully we can make you some custom stitch markers. Also, I want to say that I've also included an option on my new website. So if you'd like a custom die for, say you want to do color work and you have your heart set on three colors, but you want them to be unique and you have a little pizzazz to them, then I can do like a speckled or tonal that will look really pretty on a sweater. So just keep that in mind. So I had company at the house last week, so I didn't get a whole lot of knitting time in. But one thing that I did do is I worked on my mittens. Now, if you remember correctly, the Chihuahua mittens that I was doing in the royal blue and gold. Well, when I started the project, I only had one pair of dpns. And the pattern called for you did the cuff in the smaller dpns, and then you used a little bit bigger needle for the rest of the mitten. So I was like, well, I don't really want to buy a new needle, so the DPN that I did have was, I think maybe a little bit bigger than the one they called for the cuff. And so I was like, I'll just use the whole thing, use it for the whole thing. So I worked on it, and I wasn't happy with it. It just really did not, I was like, it really would look better if you used a bigger needle, because you fold over the cuff, and so it's puffier, and so then when using the same needle size, it looks kind of, the color work didn't look right. So I frogged it all the way back to the cuff. I decided to leave the cuff, even though I think it was a half size bigger, and I ordered, wait for it, a new set of DPNs that had the bigger sizes. So this is a knitpicks set. It goes from, it's 6 inches DPNs. It goes from size 0 to size 3. So I'll be able to use them for socks, as well as finishing up my mittens. You can see that I'm already missing the pair where I started on the mittens. So I was able to then restart my mitten. So I restarted it. You can see it really well, and it looks so much better. The cuff got a little beat up during the frogging, but this will just be the first one, and these are just for me, and then I'll do another set for if I do a gift. So it's looking a lot better. So that it just really wasn't, I kind of wanted to cheat. I didn't want to have to buy new needles, but I really feel that the cuff looks a lot better, and I added one more row of just straight blue after the cuff, just to smooth out everything from where I frogged it. And then I started up the pattern, and I'm really liking it. So, and they fit great. I tried them on, and I have a kind of a small wrist, and they're fitting really good, and so I'm really excited about that. So what all is going on? So I also wanted to show a book that I got it last year. Let me move this a little closer out of the way here. I got it last year, I guess, for Christmas, but I didn't do any work in it yet, but I wanted to show it to everybody. It's called the Gables Knits by Joanna Johnson. And the reason I want to show this is because it is such a fun book. It's small, and one of the reasons I kind of liked it was I don't like to carry a big knitting bag, and I don't always want to photocopy or take a picture or something. Sometimes I just want to bring the book, but I don't want to have a huge book inside my bag. So this is like a nice thin little book, and it has some cute patterns. And it's just, I loved the Green Gables books when I was little. I read everything that Ella Montgomery wrote. So this was really special. And they have Anne's carpet bag. They have a Matthews vest, which is a nice man's vest. If you're looking for that, it'd be perfect for someone that, wears a nice vest to work. It's really nice. And then they have, which I thought was kind of interesting, is they had Marilla's apron, which I've never really thought about knitting an apron, but it is so cute. and it has such just a rich feeling. And I thought, for a relative like that goes to church and they like work, to do holiday suppers and fun things, it would be so pretty to wear that. And you could do it in they have it in kind of a neutral color in here, but you could do it in Christmas colors and do, a few stripes, maybe do some red and green, some gold. And it would be so fun to like take to church or to a holiday party if you're the cook, and be like, you'd look a little more fancy. So I really liked that. They also had one slouchy hat, and then they had a table runner in here, which I thought was kind of interesting. I have a round table, so I probably wouldn't use that, but for someone that had a rectangle table, it was really cute. But my favorite thing in the book, I have to say, is Miss Stacy's shawl. It is so elegant and frilly and pretty, and I like the way that it has a button right here, because I have a hard time keeping shawls, even with a shawl pin. Shawls tend to move around, and so I really like the way that it's shaped, and it's not overly bulky, because here in Alabama we can't wear anything too bulky, so I really like that. There's also Anne's sweater, which is like a green sweater, kind of a cardigan. There's also a scarf, a men's scarf, and I really liked the men's scarf because it was a very neutral pattern. So check this out. It was a pretty good price. I think I got it on Amazon, and there's 8 patterns in here, and it really wasn't. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 patterns. And so it's a really good deal for 8 patterns. And every one of the patterns is something that, you could make pretty simply. It didn't look too hard. So if you're a little nervous, sometimes I get a little nervous when I'm buying a pattern, if it's going to be something that I'm going to lose interest in because it's too complicated, or I won't wear it. But what I liked about this is it had some house things in there that, you could do for gifts. So if you wanted a unique gift, this would probably be a fun book to have. What else? This is kind of going to be a short update. I just wanted to show kind of what I've been up to. Other than that, let's see. Oh, so I wanted to do a kind of a plea here that since I'm now at 54 subscribers, let's push our way to 100. So please like and subscribe the videos if you like watching, because it's really helpful. I really, really want to meet my goal of 100. So, and husband was like, you're not going to get to 100 before Christmas. Well, let's prove him wrong. Let's get to 100. We're at 54 now. It's not going to take much to get there. So let's please like and subscribe. And I promise to keep providing fun content, and if you're interested in the written word, that my blog is on the website, my written blog. So for the people that like that, that usually comes out. Well, kind of what I do is I video one week, and then I do a written blog the next week, and then I kind of rotate. They may have a little overlap in content, but sometimes they don't. I go in a little more detail on other things on my blog, so that I might not do on the videos. So if you're interested in that, just check it out. And what else? I think that's everything that I want to talk about today. I just wanted to show kind of the book that I was looking at for Christmas gifts, my new fall colors, my website update. I really like the way that it shops now. So if you checked out the website before and you were just kind of like, well, check it out again, because I've really updated it and I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. And it's RocketCityYarn.com. So check that out, and I look forward to seeing you guys again, and I will see you in episode 7. See ya! And don't forget, it's okay to stay home and knit.